Alright. It says we are live. Oh, it's doing that thing where it's waiting to start it. Hold on. Alright, I think it's
Alright,
live now.
yeah, it says we're live. Alright, cool.
Yeah, we're live. I'm watching it. Okay, good.
Okay.
I gotta get this new.
Okay. Hopefully that link works. And hopefully it's fucking live stream works.
Yeah, it's the right link. Swear to God, if this is the night fucking internet wants to dick around.
Seriously, bro. Yesterday we were playing House Flipper and you didn't even know. You didn't even know.
I swear I was making jokes. I was like, damn.
They must have stole about 12 radiators.
No pop. I'm just thinking like, damn. Joke I overplayed. And then I look and I was like, oh shit. I just pressed the home button and it says enable internet or just connect to internet. I'm like, bruh, are you kidding me? I don't even know.
It didn't even give you the notification like you're not on.
No, it literally did nothing. Sometimes PS4 just does that. A lot of times it just doesn't do any type of notifications. Like the party invite you sent me like 20 minutes ago. Didn't get an invite for it.
I
Stepped on
never
my
get
foot.
yours. Yeah, bro.
Really?
Usually every time I like never ever get yours. Usually when I go to invite you in the party, you know how it'll let you see like your latest notification?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just see that you invited me to a party. And I was like, oh.
Okay,
It's
okay.
like he invited you to a party like 20 minutes ago. I was like, okay, wonderful.
Oh shit. Thanks for telling me. Yeah, I don't. That's why I'm glad I have the fucking app on my phone. Cause I always get the notification on my phone too. Like
Yeah, bro.
fuck. Like, bruh. Shitty ass shit.
And
God damn. Of course, when it's not storming outside, you got to always that asshole send off fireworks.
yeah, bro, they've been doing that around my house a lot too. I was
I don't
wondering
really been
why,
doing that
bro.
every. I always see people talking about, yo, I got that dude in the neighborhood that keeps lighting off fireworks. Like, who the
Yeah.
hell? There's one dude in every neighborhood that's setting off fireworks. Like, why?
Alright, bro. Right on. You just gotta do it on the laptop and we're good.
Hey, I was tagged in a post.
Where's my 3-second live stream?
Bruh.
Yeah, bro. I don't know what's up with these people on the fireworks, dude.
Swear. Unless it's not fireworks.
What else would it be?
I don't fucking know. I just said unless. What it could be.
Another week, bro. We got a lot of news.
I swear.
Getting more shit today. Like,
Yeah.
wow.
God. Very newsworthy lately. Thank God.
Oh yeah, bro. It's better than having close to nothing.
Swear.
Well, it's kind of a double-sided knife, bro. Because like when you barely have anything, you have a lot of time to dissect one story. You know what I mean?
That's
So,
true. That's true. Most definitely.
instead of trying to have a thorough dissection of every story, and then you look and it says you started streaming 5 hours ago.
Fuck.
I remember our first one, bro. I was like, oh fuck. I was like, this is as long as Raw.
Longer than Raw.
Yeah, it was like 3 hours and 12 minutes. But we spent like the first 12 minutes setting everything up because we were real slow at it.
No, that was the first time we ever did that shit. We were slow as shit. No, it's just super easy. I got everything copy and pasted now.
Same, bro.
Strange.
We were typing everything out at first.
Swear, fuck that. I got the format I do for my tweets. It's simple, man. Interactions, talk personal.
Okay. 12 weeks.
God. That's a lot of weeks.
It doesn't even feel like it. Like when people put like things in a week-to-week format, it does not seem that long.
It really doesn't, bro. Like,
yeah, it really doesn't, bro. Like when they used to tell us like, oh, we're gonna be out of school in like 10 weeks, I'm like, damn, that's it. But it's like
yeah.
when you're doing it, it fucking takes forever, bro. You're like,
Swear I'm
bro,
just in
this
there
fucking
counting
shit, hurry
days.
up. Yeah, seriously, dude. Yeah, bro. They used to tell us that shit all the time. Like, oh, you're gonna be done with school in 5 weeks, and whatever they told us, it was a lot shorter than that because we didn't spend the last like 7 weeks there.
Dude, if only we would have went on fucking strike, our senior year would have been unbelievable.
Oh, dude, yeah, I remember when we were gonna go on strike in like January, and I remember because we kept hoping it was gonna be around War Games.
Yeah, and bruh,
Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro,
that's
for sure.
nuts.
Yeah, that would have been really good. That would have been really fucking good, bro. Very
The
short
first
ass
one,
year.
I swear, that would have been amazing.
Usually our school district though was very quick.
Yeah.
It was very quick with their strikes.
Yeah, ours would last like a Saturday.
It would have lasted over the weekend. We would have been on strike after we went home from school Friday, and Sunday night they would have been like, "Okay, guys, we're ready. We fixed everything. We'll be back up Monday." And we would have been there like, damn, that was a bogus ass strike. Okay, all right.
Fuck.
Daniel.
Shit. I mean that. Excuse me.
No. Say fuck you.
Fuck you, hater. You're just a bitch.
There's my photos, bro. Trying to find my list. Jay. I'm just scrolling past pictures of my dog.
The fuck? What?
And Caleb with a giant bite in his lip and a bald ass head.
Oh no. This.
Okay. Alright. Okay, guys. We are back. We're back. You just heard us conversating. If anybody is in here. If you want to see more podcasts with me and Sir K, just commentating or just talking about whatever, bro, playing some games or whatever, let us know. But nonetheless, bro, I wouldn't mind it. Not at all. Yeah, nonetheless. What is up, guys? It is the Notorious Heels podcast back. Another week. 12 weeks on here, episode 13. If you're wondering why it's 12 weeks and not 13. Well, the first episode, we fit news and our themes in the same exact podcast, so it lasted forever until we decided to switch up the format. But, as fireworks are going off outside, we are back with part 1 of episode 13 of the Notorious Heels podcast. This is our theme show. If you guys do not know what the hell I'm talking about, we do news shows. That is solely a Friday thing. Every single Friday we're on here, bro. And then during the week, whenever, whether it could be Thursday through Saturday, anywhere but Friday, we do our theme show. And our theme show is exactly what we're doing today. We got Mount Rushmores, we got what ifs, we got fantasy bookings, and we got top 10s. Now, on this episode, we bring to you our Mount Rushmores. We do 3 of these an episode and 2 of everything else, you guys were wondering. And in case you guys wanted to know who I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of the podcast. And as for the other host, this is my guy, Sir K. What's going on, bro?
What's up, man? Nothing, man. I'm just chilling. Waiting for an opportunity to call for Home Depot. Tell them again. Tell them about my existence. And, yeah, bro, I'm just chilling. How are you?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Just kind of enjoying my 1 out of 2 days off out of the week, and
Definitely.
yeah, just enjoying my day off, bro. Just went out for a little more driving today, so that's fun.
Nice.
Just kind of getting used to it, bro. Getting everything in line, so we don't have to take Ubers to pro wrestling tees in the future. But yeah, bro. Nonetheless, yeah, pretty good, man. Pretty good. So, yeah. Okay. So, anyway, yes. So, yeah, this is our show, the Notorious Heels podcast. Me and Sir K here, back on another week. And like I said before, this episode is Mount Rushmore's. Now, what is a Mount Rushmore? Pretty self-explanatory. Well, it's pretty self-explanatory. So the top 4 things, in our opinion, that are the best at a specific topic. In the past, we've done things like our Mount Rushmore of Raw, our Mount Rushmore of SmackDown, our Mount Rushmore of babyfaces, Mount Rushmore of indie people, Mount Rushmore of worst booking decisions, things like that. Our top 4 of pretty much everything. And on this episode, we have talkers, factions, and rivalries. Now, this is our list. We are 18 years of age, so just a heads up, don't get mad if the NWO is not in our factions, because we did not grow up watching the NWO, so I mean, their shirts look cool, the group looked cool, but I did not live through that. I did not see that faction take its course. Things like DX too. I kind of seen the later years of DX in like 2009, but that's obviously not the DX that everybody remembers. Things like that aren't on here. Rivalries as well. You're not going to see The Rock and Stone Cold. I'm sure it was a great rivalry, don't get me wrong, but I don't remember the rivalry because I was teeny tiny, and so was Sir K when the rivalry was going on. So you're gonna see, yeah, bro. So you're gonna see things sort of. So how I kind of like to put it, I don't know about you, but our channel is basically kind of based on wrestling from like 2005 up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much. You're not gonna see Attitude Era type things on our list, things like that. Occasionally, sure, but nonetheless. So yeah, this is more of modern stuff. So there is a reason why the NWO is not on my factions Mount Rushmore, because I'm sure they were great. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not familiar with the NWO as Attitude Era fans would be. Right, things like that.
Exactly.
So, yeah, so we got talkers, man. A lot of great talkers in wrestling for sure. We got factions and we got rivalries. So the talkers that really stood out to us in our era, the factions that are our absolute favorites, bro, and our rivalries that were our absolute favorites, man. So without further ado, bro, do you want to kick us off with the talkers?
I got you, bro. I got you. For my first talker, he's not number one. I say he's number four for my list, bro. I have AEW's Cody Rhodes, bro. He's someone that was semi-debatable for my list, but like, I was thinking I need one of those inspirational babyface ass talkers on my list. And he is definitely one of, if not the best at it, bro. Just anytime he picks up the mic, you know he's just gonna speak from the heart. You know whatever he's saying definitely isn't scripted, cause like they've said in interviews and shit, they literally just tell them to go out there and talk. Sometimes apparently they don't even give them topics. Just say shit, and that. Look at Cody, man. God, we went from someone. I don't know. I wasn't watching when Cody was at WWE, but I'm assuming. I think you said this before. People didn't think he was as good, at least at talking, as we know him to be now. And that goes to show how shitty their system is in WWE, and how we don't know how good of a talent can be. Cause look at Cody, bro. He is unbelievable. Unlike when I say he speaks from the heart, he genuinely does. He's got his family's legacy to always think about, talk about, and live up to, and just, exist with him. And he always just brings it up in an amazing way, bro. Though he cannot legally call himself Cody Rhodes for, because Vince is a dick. But just, man, Cody, man. Just someone you will get the most genuine truth from on a mic, man. He just spills his heart out, and that's just so respectable for him, man. It's not always about a character or about whatnot. It's just he just speaks, and he's just amazing at it. And sometimes when he needs to be, bro, he could be a funny ass dude. He could be funny. Watch BT, guys. He can be hilarious. Like. He's just amazing, man. Just one of the most genuine talkers out there, man. Definitely number four on my list for me. He's the idea of the ultimate babyface talker to me, man. Who do you got for your number four?
For what the fuck did I just try to say? Okay, for my number four, I got one of the guys, bro, who obviously everybody knows I love him, man, but he is one of the standards. I mean, this whole Mount Rushmore is basically a list of standards, but one of the best mic workers on ever, in my opinion, bro. We got John Cena, bro. This guy, Jesus Christ, dude. When you talk about, as Matt Jackson would say, bro, shooting from the hip, legitimate. Cena, bro. Or no, is that Nick Jackson? As Nick Jackson would say, shooting from the hip or legitimate speakers, bro. It's so legit, bro. Like, whatever Cena says, it's such a play on what hardcore fans think. And it's such a real thing, because Cena is one of the most gutsy speakers, bro. Like, some of the things, obviously, some of my more favorite promos with Cena are pretty much any time he was in a promo battle with CM Punk. Also, the ones where he was just obliterating Roman Reigns, his promo battles with The Miz, his promo battles with Bray, the ones with AJ, Ambrose, bro. Cena, dude, it's like, he legitimately, like, speaks on what hardcore fans think of somebody, and I think it's so sick, bro. Like, when he would call Ambrose lazy, the Wyatt ones were a little bit of a kind of just hatred for one another, so that wouldn't be a good example for one. I mean, those promo battles are great, but those the Wyatt ones were more of like a storyline based instead of like reality based. One that comes to mind for reality based, we all know, bro, is the ones with Roman. I mean, dude,
Oh
this guy,
God, just
he
flaming
just
his ass.
tore this guy up on the mic, and obviously telling him things like he can't cut a promo, and dude, he said everything that we think about Roman Reigns, bro. A bootleg John Cena, very truthful on the mic, very upfront, bro, very gutsy with whoever he's talking to, bro. And yeah, man, Cena, I personally, I don't like when he uses this example, but he always says for the young guys to just go out there, and if you feel like saying something, just say it. Personally, I don't agree with that, because if half of those guys did that, they would get punished. And, well, I do agree with that. I do think they should be able to go out there and if something feels right to say it. But some of those guys, let's be honest, can't do that, bro. I mean, bro,
Yeah.
if Ciampa came out and interrupted The Miz like he did back in November, you know, when he interrupted Miz TV building up to Survivor Series, and he went straight off the hip, bro, he would be punished, bro. And look at what happened to Big Cass. All he did was beat up a little midget, and they were furious. They were furious with him, and all he did was try to get more heat on himself in betterment of his character. It didn't make any sense, especially in that situation, because you know, like, he's just trying to get heat on himself, bro. Not enough people try to get a lot of heat on themselves these days, and he gets punished for it. So, in that situation, I don't understand, but obviously it's John Cena, bro, and if he can say, he can pretty much say or do whatever he pleases, and that's the end of it, because he's John Cena, bro. But the fact that he is one of the only guys that has
Have just he's someone that's kind of like a mix of Cody and Cena. He'll fire from the hip, but he also speaks from the heart. But when Punk speaks from the heart, he's not really emotional or like just like trying to prove himself. He already knows he's amazing. He already knows to him he's the best in the world, you know. He already knows that. He'll just say it to your face with no filter. And it's just amazing. He's the definition of no filter, the authority type person and talker, man. But for us, man, it's CM Punk. He's someone that will go out there and say whatever backstage shit happened that week right on the mic in front of the fucking 15,000 people. Well, really, probably like 9,000 people in those empty ass seats. But really, just go out there in front of all those people and just say, well, everyone knows the infamous pipe bomb. Just went out there and just shot the shit on the company itself. They didn't want him to. They even cut his mic, but he just went out there, bro. He did it. He could flame anybody that steps up to him. He'd go toe to toe with John Cena. I haven't seen it. I don't know if it happened. I can't remember if it did. I bet he could go toe to toe with Heyman. Shit like that, man. When you go toe to toe with John Cena and start firing back from the hip back at him, you know you're one of the best, bro. Cause Roman couldn't do it. He forgot his lines. But Punk doesn't need any, bro. Just thinks of it up close, on the spot. Or you never know, he probably thinks about it in the shower. I know I would. Just, damn, that's a good ass line I'm about to use next week. Like, just shit like that, man. Punk is just the idea of the filterless, shoot from the hip and just speak from the heart type dude. He's like everybody mixed, man. No filter, like I said again. He, to him, he knows he was untouchable, and that's why he was able to talk like that, man. If it was '05 Punk, you know he would have got fired immediately. But it was, they need me, Punk, and that is why he was able to do that, and that was why he did it, because he didn't care if he did get fired, because he knew he could find jobs anywhere else. Shit like that, man. So he just shot the shit It was like he was just doing that shoot interview with Cocabana. He just can't say fuck. That was the only difference of that interview and him on the mic, man. Just Punk is definitely at my list. At number 3, bro. Who do you got?
On number 3, bro, I have the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, bro. Well, not the Fiend, but Bray Wyatt. Dude, man, first of all, when you think about somebody who can, for me at least, bro, when you think about somebody who can legitimately just grab your attention and make you listen to what he's saying, it's gotta be Bray Wyatt, bro. I mean, the eerie language he used to speak in when he was the cult leader, and just, I think with Bray, it's just him, it's just genuinely a product of him just genuinely believing in himself and believing in everything he's saying, bro. That's why I think, first off, bro, Bray is not a Punk, Bray is not a Cena, Bray is not a Cody. He's just not that kind of talker. Bray is not a Miz. Bray is not that kind of talker. But what sets him apart is the language he speaks in and how I think it's just him believing in every single thing he's saying. He's not one of those guys that can shoot from the, well, I'm sure he is, but he's not one of those guys on television that shoots from the hip, bro. But he's one of those guys that will just grab your attention at the snap of a finger, bro. And he will make you listen, and he does, and that's what makes him apart from those kind of guys, or like a Jericho who can just talk so well, or Owens and guys like that. He's just so different on the mic, and and the way he uses tones of his voice to his advantage is so great. He knows exactly when to get happy and cheerful, and he knows exactly when to get dark and eerie, bro. And even when he was a cult leader, bro, this guy just when he spoke, he genuinely made you believe that he had the whole world in his hands, bro, and that he was like the leader of the whole world, bro. And it was so incredible to see, bro. Bray Wyatt, granted, he's not like most of the guys that you think of when you think of a good talker, but God, does this guy know how to cut a incredible promo of just him. I think it's ultimately, bro, just him understanding his character and understanding why he speaks the way he does. You know what I mean? Because, you know, like some kind of cult leader isn't going to talk like Cody Rhodes. You know what I mean? He talks mysteriously, I mean, and very methodically, bro. And he is so phenomenal, and he sets himself apart just from knowing just when to say the right things, and it's all just believing in himself. A lot of guys just don't have that confidence on the mic, and he has that confidence, and he's very comfortable to talk with a lower toned voice and stuff like that, because yeah, bro, I mean, it's truly incredible, bro. He's just very, very comfortable with just understanding his character, I think, and just being able to just speak, you know what I mean? Just speak incredibly, very, very goodly. And yeah, bro. So yeah, Bray Wyatt is my Bray Wyatt, what is that? Bray Wyatt is my number 3. So yeah, bro, what do you got for your number 2?
My number 2, also have Bray Wyatt, bro. He was a guaranteed member on this Mount Rushmore list. Everything you said about him is true, bro, and just you said he believed in himself, and he really does. You could tell that in every character he's played, from the cult leader to Eater of Worlds to the Fiend, to Funhouse Bray.
Real
He
quickly
just,
too, another thing about Bray is he knows how to bring up the Fiend but not mention him, and it creates this mystique for the Fiend that is just so creepy. It's genuinely out of a horror movie, bro. It genuinely is. Yeah, sorry, bro. Keep going.
you're right though, he generally talks about him like he's the monster in the closet. He genuinely talks about him like he's the monster under your bed. Just... Fuck. Genuinely talks about him like he's like the monster under the bed, bro, but other than that, not only does he like believe and he fully embraces whoever he's playing at the time, but he could play so many different roles, talk so many different ways. Like the way Wyatt talked in 2013 is completely different to how he talks now, and it's just but the same quality is there. It feels the exact same, but he talks completely different, man. He can preach. He can. Damn, what the fuck did Eater of Worlds Bray talk? Like, he can act creepy, even though he wasn't even creepy at the time. He could act cynical. He can act happy and playful as Funhouse Bray. And bro, we didn't even talk about the Fiend voice. The Fiend voice is something awesome. Just genuine, just evil emotion. Just from, like, the depths of his voice, man. It's just amazing, bro. He could just talk in every shape or form. And he knows it, he really does. Whatever he's playing, he could drag you in. And just the way he doesn't fire from the hip, he stabs you. He stabs you.
Oh shit! God damn.
He doesn't like. He stabs you in the back when he talks. He makes references to shit his opponents did, like Wyatt. He'll reference, or not Wyatt, to Cena. He'll reference how he buried him at Mania, but he won't say, yeah, you fucking buried me, like Punk would. He said, you took my opportunity and my life away, or some Bray Wyatt shit. Like, that's how he would talk. He's very deep in his... A lot of his feuds are layered, and so is his, like, so are his promos. All his promos are so layered from every word he says, man. He's just one of the best for me, easily, man, easily. Definitely on this list. Definitely my number 2. Who do you got, bro, for your number 2?
Yeah, man, I definitely think Wyatt is, I definitely think they do not deserve his skills, bro. They really don't. I think that guy, I swear to God, man, I think that guy is way too talented. I don't think they're ready for somebody like him, bro. They're really not. And it shows. They fucking constantly just fucking do the dumbest shit to this guy, bro. Honestly, bro. Honestly. And if those rumors are true, we'll run through it Friday, but if those rumors are true, I told you the other day with the feud with Braun, dude. They don't fucking deserve him, man. This guy, he is he is so talented, bro. He's so talented, and I don't think we've ever seen a cult leader, or at least a really like kind of good one before Wyatt, bro. But he just understood it, and he made us understand it, bro.
Yeah.
Guy is incredible. But in my number 2 spot, I have the American Nightmare, bro. I have Cody Rhodes, whatever you want to call him, bro. Cody from AEW, bro. You mentioned it earlier, bro. Dude, when you talk about emotion, the emotion in this guy's promo, bro. Another one like Cena, when you hear him speak, you can just tell that he genuinely feels this, bro. And one of the coolest things about Cody, and I guarantee you, it's actually true. This guy believes about this revolution so much, and he believes in himself. That is the most important thing with Cody. Just like Bray, he's another one. He genuinely just believes in himself. He really does. He just believes. He he just believes in this revolution, bro. That is AEW, bro. He genuinely believes in it, and you can tell how much he cares about this revolution through his feud with Chris Jericho, bro. How he was saying how it was about his legacy. It was about his family legacy and all that stuff. Like this, Cody is just amazing, bro. Cody, honestly, on the mic, all his promos, even with MJF, he was. I remember he offered to give MJF his Ford F-150 Black Ops. He took his shoes off and just decided to give it all to MJF just to get a match with him, and just the intensity behind it, bro. And don't even get me started on his promos with Jericho. Incredible, absolutely incredible, bro. Genuinely just amazing, genuinely, bro. From everywhere to Cody putting up his AEW his future AEW World Championship shots just for one shot at the championship, bro. He really knows how to sell the importance of a championship and sell the prestige of a championship to an audience, and he genuinely knows how to. He just knows how to sell something, you know. He just knows how to sell, bro. He knows how to sell the fact that how badly he wants to get MJF in a match, how bad he wants to win the AEW championship, how bad he just wants to have a match with Chris Jericho, and it's absolutely incredible. And his promos where he's just talking about his life. One of my favorite Cody promos is the one Chris Jericho promo where he calls him a stupid dick. It's building up to Full Gear. It's that promo where it sounds like he's about to cry. I mean, that right there tells you all you need to know, bro. This guy just pours all of his emotion, and the fact that you could tell that he was about to cry, that you can just tell right there that it's something that means a lot to him. You know what I mean? The legacy of his wife and his mother and then his father, of course, means so much to him, and he holds it so close to his heart that it almost brought him to tears. So, yeah, bro, Cody is, and even the promos, the one promo he cut, a couple Dynamites ago, most of us probably know it as the promo where he says, you could have all the talent in the world and shove it up your ass. That promo, fantastic. Another one, bro. And Cody just understands it. He understands what it takes to be as good as he is. And it really makes me laugh how when this guy was in New Japan and Ring of Honor, I remember Pro Wrestling Unlimited made a video on it where it was the topic of, is Cody overrated? No fucking way. No way. I never said he was overrated, and a lot of people, I promise you guys, even when he was in NJPW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, or I don't know why I call it that, or Ring of Honor, bro, I never thought this guy was overrated, but it was legitimately an argument at one point that this guy, that Cody, was an overrated wrestler. I genuinely remember that, bro. And in WWE, I was probably a little too young to realize how he was on a mic, because obviously when you're young you don't understand the true art of what a promo is, and you don't really understand the art of wrestling. You kind of just think it's two guys fighting, which I mean it is, but there's a lot more behind it than, you know. So, but obviously when you're little you don't know that, bro. So what I do remember is, well, I remember bumping his theme songs on my PS Vita, but I also do remember him being really good in just the gimmicks. Just his gimmicks were really good. However, I wasn't near old enough to really understand if this guy was truly a great on the mic. So I couldn't remember I do remember watching him, but I just probably was a little too young to realize what the art of a promo was. So, but I'm pretty sure a lot of people did not know that this guy was as good on the mic as we see today. But dude, this guy has evolved, and he is amazing, bro. Cody is amazing. Unsought after in WWE, bro. Brother has as a comedy role. Then to go and make yourself in the elite tier of AEW talent, bro. Like, when you want somebody to be legit in AEW, there's a couple people you gotta go through, bro. For me, what I observe, as far as singles guys go, Kenny, Jericho, Mox, and Cody.
Yeah.
That's the elite. As far as singles goes, that's the elite tier to the point where if you want to bring somebody into AEW and have them be a legit star, that's the first four that comes to my mind as far as the elite tier of guys that are just mega stars in AEW, and it shows. Maybe, and surprisingly, Kenny's the least one on that list. It's very weirdly enough, it is, bro. But regardless, he is one of those guys. Kenny is so proven in the ring, but as far as in the ring, obviously he's probably the most proven guy there. But yeah, as far as if you want to make somebody a star through like putting them in a specific storyline with somebody, bro, those are the four guys that I would go with for sure. So yeah, man, what do you got for your number one?
And my number one, bro, I have John Cena, bro. Now I'm looking back, I probably should have made Wyatt my number one, but I'm gonna just stick with it, man. I already said Wyatt, can't take back, so, Cena. So, like, bro, Cena, like you said, is genuinely one of the best. He fires from the hip. He's
legitimate.
Exactly. He can do all that shit. No, what is Vince gonna do? Yell at him backstage? Who gives a fuck? I know Cena wouldn't. Like, he's someone that is just genuinely good and he can have a promo battle with every type of person on our list, bro. Great promos with Wyatt, with Punk. Imagine his promos with Cody, bro. That would be some heat. But he could go with anybody. He's a ring general on the mic. I would say he's probably, yeah, I would say he could be a ring general, but he's definitely a mic general. Just he carried Roman Reigns in the great promo battles. That's all you gotta say. And from that promo battles, it was all Cena. It was like a perfect example of just Cena just saying real shit, just saying like what you said, what the fans think about whatever person he's frying, and he brings that up even about himself. He'll bring up that people want him to turn heel. He'll bring up that that people quote unquote hate him, but they love him. Like he just brings up. He's just one of the most realist guys they have on the mic, but also one of the most just got his own style on the mic. He still, even to this day, retains some of his thugonomics in his promo work. He'll rhyme a little. Most of his roast are kind of like rhymes, kind of. He just flows really good, man. He's just unbelievable on the mic, man. Just he could shoot from the hip and low blow verbally at the same time, man. Go toe to toe with anyone and sit him down, man. John Cena is definitely one of the best on the mic, man. Unbelievable. Everyone knows he's great, and there's so many dream promo battles for Cena, So he's definitely on this Mount Rushmore, bro. Who do you got for your number one?
It's kind of funny. I think we have the exact same list, bro. Because at my number one, I got, and just for the record, we do not come up with these lists together, bro. Just for the record, so you guys know. So Get you a friend that comes up with the exact same Mount Rushmore as each other, for sure, bro. That's how you know. But at my number one, man, I got Nia Jax, bro, because she's just so amazing on the mic. Oh, she's even better. I got Roderick Strong. Oh my God, who do you think you are? That's all he said.
I love Roddy, but he fucking sucks on the mic.
I swear, bro, he's so bad. At my number one, bro, I got the voice of the voiceless, bro, CM Punk, bro. You said it earlier. This guy went toe to toe with John Cena, bro. This guy, I believe he had a couple promo battles with Stone Cold Steve Austin. Promo battles with Triple H. Who Triple H is another one who can carry himself pretty decently on the mic. Man, dude. See, he even stood toe to toe with Paul Heyman, bro. When they were doing that Brock feud, Paul Heyman, dude. There's not many who can do that, man. There really is not. We've seen that with Roman. And, yeah. So, God, dude, this guy, dude, ever since he was in the Straight Edge Society, when he was a dastardly heel, this guy knew how to piss anybody off. Dude, when I was little in 2009, I think I was about like 10, bro, I hated this guy's guts in the Straight Edge Society, just because he was that fucking good. He was so incredible, bro. And, yeah, dude, and even, building up to what pretty much the start of it all, bro, the Notorious pipe bomb, dude. Probably, I remember watching that live, bro. Could you imagine? I remember watching it live as it was happening, and I was like, I was so shook, and I didn't even really understand what he was mainly talking about. But it was such just the vibe in the promo. You could tell, like, oh, especially when they cut his mic, that confirmed it. I was like, and I remember my dad told me at the time, he was like, I don't think he was supposed to say any of that. And I looked over at him, and he was like, they just cut his microphone. I remember that, bro. I was that 2011? So I was like a little 10-year-old kid, dude. That was, wait.
We're
11?
You were always 2 years younger than the year until the last 2 months, or, yeah, for you, the last 2 months. So in 2011, you were 9. Until November. And you were 10.
Oh, yeah, that is how it goes. So I was 9 years old at the time, bro. So that means I was 8 when I was watching the Straight Edge Society. But yeah, when I remember just being a little kid, and I remember, dude, my dad was like, I don't think he's supposed to say that. And I turned around and he's like, they just cut his microphone. I was like, so yeah, bro. And I think what made CM Punk so amazing on the mic was, bro, he was actually going through contract disputes, bro. He signed his new contract the day of Money in the Bank. The day they gave him a WWE Championship match, bro. Nowadays, I think they try to prevent that from happening, which is why they do what they did to Mox. And instead of giving the Shield triple threat at Mania 35 like we thought, not that we thought, but that was actually in the plans, because he was leaving. Also because Roman went down with leukemia. But because he was leaving, they could have easily moved around that. They could have gave Seth the title at the Royal Rumble, and then, give Seth the title at the Royal Rumble. Roman came back a month later. But instead, they just completely took Mox off television, bro, and jobbed him out to EC3, who was somebody who was jobbed out himself. So that just goes to show what they think. It just goes to show what they think about that. But CM Punk, bro, was actually going through contract disputes, and he's bringing up Colt Cabana. He's bringing up the Fourth Wall. He's bringing up New Japan, Ring of Honor, because if they didn't let him do that, he's gone. He's gone, bro. And the contract signing with Vince is also one of my favorites, bro, where he brings up David Hart Smith and he told Vince his real name is Harry, and he told him, you fired guys like Luke Gallows and Colt Cabana, and they weren't even given a shot here. And Punk is a lot of what you want in an actual real life friend, bro. Somebody who just goes to bat for their friends. And I think once he brought that to television and we got that realism, bro, it easily made him incredibly lovable, because why wouldn't it? You know what I mean? It's real. It's real. We can relate to that. We can relate sticking up for our friends, because when friends are like family, bro, you go to bat for them. You know what I mean? And it's something that's easily, simply relatable to say the least, bro. But the contract signing is also one of my favorites. Pretty much any time he was making fun of Triple H and John Laurinaitis, bro, and he used to call him Funk Man. But dude, yeah, his promo, or not his promos, but when he would insult Triple H, when Triple H would stop talking and start laughing because he knew that half of the shit Punk was saying was exactly true, is how you know Punk is phenomenal, bro. Like when I forget the one line he told him, but Punk was making fun of the chaperone, and Triple H told him, how was your movie? And then Punk, and then Triple H just shut up and just started laughing because he knew it was funny, bro, because those WWE, and Punk would always brag about how the WWE studio films were trash. And this guy's absolutely incredible, bro. He really is, man. But nonetheless, bro, yeah, dude, Punk, just one of the most genuine, very Chicago style type of person, bro. Just very, very just no nonsense type, straight from the hip, bro. Pretty much, bro. Just straight from the hip. Just saying what's on his mind. Just having for Punk, it's just a matter of having no filter between your brain and your mouth. Pretty much, bro. Just having no filter between the two. Whatever this guy said came out on television, bro. And there's no much more to say about it, bro. But yeah, CM Punk, dude, is definitely on my last one on my Mount Rushmore, bro. But is there anybody that you were thinking about putting on this list? Perhaps some honorable mentions, bro?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I had The Miz. I think he was obvious.
Yeah.
Mention. I had Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Velveteen Dream, and I think that was kind of it. I knew I could have had more, but I think I already knew how I was gonna put on this list, so like I didn't bother writing their names down. But yeah, those were just some of my honorable mentions. You got any?
Yeah, bro, for sure. Pretty much everyone you just named, Miz, Gargano, Cole, Dream, Ciampa. I would even put maybe Black, just because, well, in NXT, this guy just knew. He just knew what to say and what not to say. He knew, so with Black, he knew not to say too much, and he knew exactly where to stop talking, pretty much. He's one, also, a bit of a newer one, but this guy's phenomenal on the mic, but Karrion Kross, bro. This guy, dude, that guy is fucking major talented, bro. Also Samoa Joe. You see him on your TV right now, bro, but Samoa Joe, there's not many, dude. Or Rollins is another one too that is really, as a babyface, he basically, I mean, he wasn't like bad, but it wasn't good. So
It's kind of just generic babyface.
yes. It's very generic babyface. I'm a fighting champion. I'm gonna be here every week. I'm gonna fight, and you guys are gonna be proud of me. That kind of shit, bro. Who? Talkers, bro.
Mentions.
MJF is another obvious one. Mox is a really good one. Mox, Jericho too. Mox has got that intensity. Like, him and Killer Cross in a promo battle. Like, no, Mox, he's got that, like, laid-back intensity in his promos to where it's like, he's so laid back, but it's so badass, dude. It genuinely is, bro. Also,
low-key the Young Bucks, bro. I enjoy their promos. They're a kind of like a lesser version of Cody in a way. They just say real shit.
With that coming to mind, FTR. FTR is a really good promo, bro.
Definitely.
There's another one in AEW. Oh, Brody Lee. Brody Lee is very, very good. He's another guy. You would have never thought that guy was that good on a microphone, bro, but he is. Hangman, too. Hangman's a very good, sympathetic babyface. A lot of people wouldn't notice it at, like, first glance. Like, if you asked a non-wrestling fan, what do you think this guy talks about, bro? You would not get a sympathetic babyface type answer for Hangman. But he like, really I remember those AEW, like, I'm not sure he does it anymore, but, dude, those AEW pep rallies, bro, oh my god. When he was talking about how much he just wanted to be their first champion and stuff, I was like, yo, this guy's dope.
Oh yeah. Definitely...
Pac's another one, as far as intensity goes.
Oh yeah, easy intensity.
Braun?
Oh god.
He's garbage ass.
Stupid ass.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's about it for... Obviously, not all of those are honorable mentions, guys, but well, most of them are. I don't know if I'd put some of them in a GOAT category, bro, but, like, yeah, man, if people...
Just amazing. Yeah,
for sure. A lot of good people on the mic, bro, and a lot of those guys do not get to show it often, for sure. Especially like the Miz nowadays, bro. You'll never see the Miz cutting those 2016 Talking Smack promos in today's WWE, bro. You really won't. Killer Cross, he's another one that's obviously got a ways to go before I'd put him on a Mount Rushmore, but
he can be
for a start, it's incredible. So yeah, man, but yeah, so that's what it's looking like as far as talkers go. But okay, now I guess we can move on to the factions, dude. Jeez. You want to do factions or rivalries?
I'll say we save rivalries for last.
Yeah, bro, for sure. Yeah, so factions, like I said, man, just quick rundown. Again, you probably won't see NWO and DX and the Four Horsemen on here because obviously that is not our era. However, bro, you will see a lot of great factions. Now, for those that do not know what a faction is, if you don't know, I don't know what to tell you, but if you don't know what a faction is, it's a group. For any wrestling fan, I'm pretty sure you know what a faction is. So, faction is a big group. For example, a faction is the NWO, a big group of guys. So, yeah, pretty much, bro. So you want to get us started with the first one on your Mount Rushmore?
I got you, bro. My number 4 was very debatable for me. I had 2 options I was gonna pick, and I chose this one, and I'll explain why. So, my 4th, well, technically, my first person on this Mount Rushmore battle, the first faction, is the New Day. Now, New Day is not unbelievable, especially now, but they were very amazing, and their idea is a great idea because The New Day are three guys that are all amazing on their own. And I like the idea of them sometimes doing their own thing but still sticking together. I genuinely dig that idea. I think they should be allowed to do that. But yeah, man, the New Day are three amazing guys just put together in one great act, bro. They're just the perfect idea of that simple idea, just in the perfect form, man. You got Kofi, amazing high flyer and acrobatic guy, amazing. You got Biggie, he's the strong guy, can lift anything, and he could also run the ropes, unbelievably. And then you got Xavier Woods, probably the best genuine wrestler in that group, bro. Just an amazing group, and they all can talk. They all bounce back at one another, through one another. They're just amazing. They are just a perfect act of four great people who would be fucking just swimming fucking in a sea of nothing on their own, because that's just how Vince is. We know what would happen to them if they weren't together, sadly. But they are together, and that makes them perfect. They just shoot off each other in every way, in the ring, two on the mic. You mix any one of them up in their tag team, and it's amazing. Mix any of them up singles, it's amazing, bro. They are just the greatest like form I've seen of just great people independently, just perfect together, man. So they are definitely at my number 4 spot. Who do you got?
Yeah, bro, for sure, bro. Okay, so for my number 4 spot, I have the Shield, bro. Now, man, so when I was growing up, the Shield was pretty much like the first group of like bad guys that I was really into, bro. Just because, obviously not the reunion Shield, bro, but the original installment of Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose, dude. Everything was so perfect about this group. They had the two talkers talking, and you had Roman as the muscle that could kick anybody's ass, bro. And you have Seth and Dean, bro, who are just incredible on the mic. Dean with the intensity, and Seth with just being a really good heel. And obviously, bro, not to mention their badass theme song and their badass entrance through the crowd, bro. These guys look like... when I was little, bro, I genuinely believed that these guys were not signed to WWE, and they just show up every week and beat the hell out of people, bro. And I mean, yeah, bro, when you could get a little kid to actually, well, not a little kid, because little kids are kind of gullible, but when you could get somebody in general to just believe that narrative, it's just incredible, dude. It's incredible. And these guys were exactly that. When you talk about a group of everybody just knowing their role, and everybody being dominant, bro, like you had Ambrose as that, like, just gritty bad guy, and you had Seth as the high flyer, the high flyer in the group, the guy that was just genuinely fun to watch wrestle. And then you got Roman again, who was just the brute, that ass kicking machine out of the group, and it's truly just absolutely incredible, man. This group was truly something special. And they should have never did the reunion. They should have left their legacy as is, bro. But obviously they didn't, and it tarnished the group's legacy to the point where a lot of people won't remember. A lot of people will have the memory of the Shield from 2018 and 2017 in their minds, other than when these guys were actually good. And also, another thing that made these guys so believable, dude, was their like backstage promos, how they would do self-record it on a camera, and it was just absolutely incredible, man. It really was, bro. But yeah, man, that's my number 4 spot is the Shield, bro. Rollins, Reigns, and Ambrose from 2013 to 2014, 2012 to 2014, actually.
Yeah, most definitely, bro. Yeah, bro. Definitely a great pick, bro. And at my number 3, I got the Undisputed Era, bro. Now, these guys are the perfect definition of cocky dicks. Just, they play that role in the most perfect way. They're all so confident in themselves. The thing I like that Triple H does with his cocky dick characters is he doesn't make them pussies. Sometimes they will back out. Like if Karrion Kross just wanted to step up solo to Adam Cole, Adam Cole would clearly be a little cautious and probably not at completely willing to just say fuck it, let's fight. But that's just playing smart. But if fucking I don't know, if only Lorcan came up to Adam Cole, challenged him to a match, he would accept it no problem. That's how Triple H does it, and that's what makes it good, bro. Because these guys know that they have the power to kick anyone's ass because they have each other. They're all cruiserweights. I mean, the game says they're light heavyweights, but they're all cruiserweights. Literally every one of them. Like to Vince, they would be nothing, but together, they're amazing. In wrestling wise, they are perfect together, and just the way they talk, bro. You have Adam Cole, the clear-cut leader, the cockiest one of them all, the self-absorbed, the best, Adam Cole. Then you have, Roddy, who's he's the worst on the mic, but he's still the cocky, he's the I realized I need these guys too type of guy, man. God. Undisputed Roddy, God no. Undisputed Roddy, amazing, bro. Great in the ring, and just plays his role perfectly. And then there's Bobby Fish, Kyle O'Reilly, usually the main tag team, but they're another one of those groups that could mix up their tag team. You can make it O'Reilly and Strong. You can make it Bobby and Strong. You can make it Strong and even Cole, man. They rarely do it, and they shouldn't really need to that much. But even if they need to, bro, that would be amazing. But they are just the perfect group of just use our numbers against you and like perfect. Because the Nexus had it with their big numbers. They're 7+, but like I mean they were buried, and they didn't. I don't think. I love the idea of the Nexus, but they didn't use them to their full potential, and we all know that. But the UE, man, for 3 years straight, they've just been going hard, being booked greatly, and just showing how perfect they are as a faction. They rep any fucking, they put their logo in anything they can. They, remember when they had the back of the trailer truck in the PC, bro? That was their only little spot. Decked out words, they had shirts in the back and shit. They're just they're so cocky, believe in them so much, and they know that their numbers are, kayfabe wise, everything to that, man. So they're definitely at my number 3 spot. Who do you got?
My number 3 spot, bro, I got the Elite. When you talk about a modern faction, you talk about the Elite, bro. These guys got everything in it, bro. You got the badass Hangman Page. You got the tag team. Probably one of the greatest tag teams in this generation, bar none, bro. You got the I don't know what you would call Cody. The leader. You got the leader, the Heart, yeah, Cody, and then you just got, I don't know what Kenny would be either. Kenny's just that the ring general, pretty much, bro. You got Kenny's phenomenal in the ring, so he's there. Hasn't been doing too much in a. You got the badass Hangman Page. You did have the villain, the sadistical kind of mastermind of joint manipulation, bro. But obviously that had to come to an end. But yeah, bro, you got Kenny. Well, Kenny is just incredible inside the ring, bro. Uh, yeah, dude, you got everything, bro. You got promo ability in this group. You definitely have ring ability, bro. You got storytelling with these guys. These guys truly get it, bro. They get it, man. They get the storytelling and they know how to tell their story, bro. Hangman Page, obviously that story, one of the best ones about him not wanting to be there anymore. Um, and it's just truly a great story of brotherhood, bro. A great story of these guys just um sticking together no matter what, man. And these guys have truly been incredible and have done incredibly amazing things for the wrestling business, bro. As far as obviously AEW, bro, and these guys just care. I think that's what makes these guys stand out. These guys are much more than just a wrestling faction, bro. Their friendship goes outside of that, and they make it and they make things for the hardcore fans enjoyable. You know what I mean? They made AEW as brothers, bro. And it makes it even so much greater when they do tell their story about Hangman and stuff like that, and about some of the inner turmoil that all brothers go through, bro. And it's truly incredible, man. And yeah, and obviously not to mention that all these guys are just so incredible in the ring, and they're individually, bro. They mean so much to this business, but when you put them all together, bro, it's elite, bro. It really is, man.
It really is.
Yeah, man. So that is my number 3, bro. What do you got for your number 2?
My number two, bro. I got the Wyatt family, bro. They, I mean, they're not the first to do the cult because I think technically the Brood is the first to do the cult. But first of all, I never, I didn't grow up with the Brood. I don't even remember them hearing about them that much. So I guess they probably didn't do it amazingly. But the Wyatt family, man, when you think of a cult in wrestling, you think of Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, and Braun Strowman, bro. That was just the coolest cult faction, bro. Just, you had Wyatt, the preaching leader of the group that had the the teacher and a guide, like kind of spiritual guide, and Sister Abigail. She was basically their god for their cult, man. Wyatt was the leader. He was their messiah of the group, the prophet of the group, the one that talked to her, one, that preached her words to the rest of the cult. And it was just amazing, bro. And you had Luke Harper, the one who sometimes talked when he needed to, the one of the muscle of the group. I mean, kind of basically the whole group was muscle if you think about it. One of just the enforcers of the group. You could tell in kayfabe wise, he would probably be like the second guy in command in the fucking cult, man. You had Eric Rowan, the sheep mask, the white sheep mask himself, bro. Probably the most obvious, well, probably not, no, he wouldn't even be the obvious most muscle of the group, but just one of the creepiest faces of the group, man. You had Braun, which was probably the muscle of the group, man, but like, the black sheep mask himself, but like, they were just the idea of the cult, just so inspired by Charles Manson, his real life cult, from the Manson family to the Wyatt family, from the Wyatt compound, from the Manson ranch. Like, he just got all that from him, so much inspiration from outside sources. Waylon Mercy. You could tell a little bit of Matt Hardy, because he was already doing the broken thing too. Like, all those inspirations came together into the perfect fucking cult faction, bro. It was just amazing. Something I did think they kind of missed a bar on to me, man. They had it in that one segment, or even his main roster promo packages, but how he would show clips of him preaching to random groups of people, like that kind of shit built them up as like a legitimate cult in the woods, man. That shit was awesome. And the little thing where the news reporter went to the White House, talked to, and talked to Wyatt. Harper gave him a tour. Shit like that, I think, is what they kind of should have done more to make them more feel just alive. Just make the kayfabe of them feel more lived and real. But other than that, man, amazing. You could tell whatever Wyatt preached, he probably low-key believed in, bro. He became Bray Wyatt, and that was amazing. Every member of the group was just great. Their look was amazing. Um, the faction's death was kind of tragic and mixed up, man. Harper just left, so did Braun, and then Harper came back, then they fought, and Luke Harper just left too. Like, it was kind of just fucked. They all left Wyatt. That made for an even better story in the end, man, but just a Wyatt family. They are the definition of the cult leader, or just the cult faction, man. And it was just amazing to see, man. Definitely at my number 2 spot. Who do you got?
In my number 2 spot, bro, I have the Undisputed Era, bro. Now, this faction is definitely one that I've been able to see it start to finish through my teenage years, and the years where I understand wrestling the most, bro. And God, these guys have been booked close to perfectly, bro. Really close to perfectly. I mean, everything these guys have done have been made to feel important, and it shows, man. I mean, these guys are so legit, and it's because of the fact that these guys, so their gimmick pretty much is for cocky dicks, right? On the main roster, acts like this would be given pussy gimmicks, pretty much. They would just be a group of four little guys that run away from one person. And it's not the point of a faction at all, bro. The point of a faction is to be dominant. It's to be pretty much better than everybody else, man. And these guys... These guys got it all, bro. Even a little bit of comedy in there, bro, with Kyle O'Reilly. I mean, these guys genuinely do have it all, man. They really do. They got all of them shine on a mic. Well, not on a mic. I mean, all of them shine in the ring. On the mic, obviously, Adam Cole is the clear-cut leader. He's the only one that really needs to speak. But all of them can pretty much speak for the most part, with the exception of Roderick Strong. But yes, they all shine in the ring, I meant, and yeah, Adam Cole, obviously the clear-cut leader on the mic, so there's not really a need for anybody else to talk, but when they do, they're not bad at all, like I said, except for Roderick Strong. And yeah, dude, I mean, they're funny but cocky, kind of little props they use, like when they put their logo on a chair and stuff like that, is just absolutely incredible, bro. These guys absolutely live it, and I think the theme of this video, bro, it pops up again, man. But they believe in it. They believe in their faction, and it's absolutely incredible. And this group is it's so special. And I'm not ready for it to be buried, bro. Just because of how incredible these guys are, man. But yeah, so yeah, Undisputed Era, bro. I mean, especially Jesus. Even the matches these guys put on, dude. Obviously, man, where do I start with Undisputed matches, bro? Well, there's the match with Ricochet and Adam Cole. That one, the more popular one, bro. Fish and O'Reilly and the War Raiders, even when O'Reilly and Strong were a group for a little bit, bro. What was that? Oh, those matches were great. Oh, O'Reilly and Strong versus Mustache Mountain. I
Oh,
mean, dude, these matches, these guys have had incredible matches, bro, and just an incredible spotlight, and it's truly special, bro. It really, really is, man. So yeah, that's coming in at my number 3 spot, bro. Is the Undisputed Era. These guys are just absolutely incredible, bro. They are made for the spotlight, man, and they thrive in it, bro, without a doubt, bro.
most
So with
definitely.
that being said, bro, what do you got as your number 1?
And my number one, bro, I have the Bullet Club. Just, I'm gonna talk about every individual version and how they're so different and unique, but just the overall idea of the faction is just amazing. And especially amazing the fact that it's still alive. Like, it hasn't been disbanded yet, you know? How long? 2013 it started? That's what? 7 years? Shit. I mean, apparently, we learned that, um, New Day are closing the longest record in WWE for the longest time stayed as a faction, which, not even 6 years yet, apparently, or just barely, which is kind of sad for WWE's part. But they Ben broke that record, clearly. But just the format of new people coming in, and then eventually a new leader comes in and replaces some members, shit like that, man. That's an amazing idea of the faction. But other than that, bro, each individual one, you had the 2013 OGs, Finn, Bad Luck Fale, um, Tamatonga, and I think there was I always forget who the fourth member of the original fucking Bullet Club was. I always forget who it was.
It's Fale, Tonga, Balor, and Carl Anderson.
Oh yeah, it was Carl. Damn. Bruh. Oh yeah, it was Carl. I was thinking it was a different Japanese dude. I was dumb as hell. It was Carl Anderson. Though it was the original group of it, bro. They had their own look, bro. They didn't adopt the iconic Bullet Club logo, I think, till like a year or two in, but they had their own amazing look, bro. Fucking Prince Devitt was amazing. He had his thing. He even did the paint sometimes, which is awesome. So they had their look, and then next up, it was AJ's version of the Bullet Club, which is more. When I think of AJ's Bullet Club, I think of Gallows and Anderson, AJ, um, Adam Cole, and whatever other people I think Tom Tonga was still in. Yeah, it was. They were, because they never left the group. But when I think of AJ's group, which is weird because he's on the screen right now, I think of, his look and Gallows and Anderson's look together as that era of the Bullet Club, which had their own talking style, shit like that. Then next up is, of course, your pick of them, the Elite, bro. You already explained their own layers, bro. They are probably the most loved and most layered out of all the eras. Probably the best, I would easily say. They're the best era of the Bullet Club so far. But just unbelievable, bro. Like you said, they all played the roles. The tag team, the ring general, the heart, the badass, the creepy good look badass, like all of it played it well. And the thing they had that everyone else didn't, bro, they had Being the Elite, their YouTube channel that was basically their backstage segments on YouTube, and it was just amazing. That was just genuinely fun and amazing to watch. It still is. It had its down periods, but I think it's back up again as being very entertaining. But version after that was the OGs coming back into power in the group from just being dicked around for years, and that's just an amazing story. The Bullet Club Civil War is one of my favorite fucking it's really not a rivalry, but it's just one of my best storylines I've seen, bro. It's just that betrayal, that when they hit them in the back, bro. that was so amazing to see. But just overall, man, from the format of the group itself to every individual cell of the group, man, definitely my number one, bro. Who do you got?
My number one, bro, I got none other than Bray Wyatt's cult, the Wyatt family. Wow, I mean, bro, yeah, talk about a concept we don't see too much. Usually
Mm-hmm.
factions are kind of just four guys thrown together. Occasionally we get the Shield or a group like the Undisputed where it makes sense and it looks good and it's marketed to the point where they have matching gear and stuff like that. So, because I know I remember when the women's tag teams first came out, a lot of them just did not look like a team. You know, you gotta look
No.
like a team, man. You gotta look the part, man. And speaking of looking the part, bro, these guys, the Wyatt family, absolutely look the part. Any version of it, really, is great. At least in my understanding of it, whether it be Bray, Harper, and Rowan, or Bray, Harper, Rowan, and Strowman. I mean, dude, badass, bro. Honestly, badass. Concept we don't see too much, and it was absolutely incredible when we did see it, bro. Without a doubt, man. I mean, these guys. I talked about Wyatt speaking earlier, but just him selling the fact that he actually is a cult leader and he believes in the fantasy that this is his world. You know what I mean? It's truly incredible, man. But yeah, bro. So, uh, yeah. I mean, dude, just the way that they, well, not only the way that they looked, man, but the way that Bray sounded, the way how they listened to Bray, and obviously you got the cool symbolism of Rowan with the sheep mask, obviously the symbolism there of him being Bray's sheep, and then you bring Strowman in, bro, the black sheep. That is just absolutely incredible, dude. And Wyatt obviously taking a lot of inspiration from the Manson family, bro. Also, I think it's funny because I think so. The Wyatt compound, when when that news reporter went to the Wyatt compound, bro, wasn't that a ranch?
I think it was, yeah.
That's awesome, bro. Bray Wyatt knows where to. I mean, dude, this guy just he understands. He just understands what it takes to have a look and what it takes to have a sound and what it takes to have a presentation, bro, of just cool. It's just cool. He understands what that takes. He really does. And it's dude, I can't say enough good things about Bray Wyatt, bro, but this guy is one of a kind, and WWE does not deserve somebody of this guy's talent, without a doubt. But yeah, he really made this faction feel different, very different, and he made it feel special, bro. And in the end, WWE ruined it. Sad, tragic ending to how they disparted, but it just doesn't make any sense, because that's not how a cult works. You can't just leave. It's like a gang.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Like you die, basically.
Pretty much, bro. It's a sacrifice to your life, bro. You know what I mean? You can't just leave. But that's what they had with them. I wish they would have done more with it, but regardless, bro, this faction was always one of the coolest ones to me, bro. It genuinely is. From the look to the sound to the presentation to Wyatt leading them in the dark with a lantern and them following behind is just absolutely incredible, bro. Genuinely, bro. But yeah, man, that's my Mount Rushmore, bro. Is there any ones you have as a honorable mention? Any other great factions you were
No,
thinking about putting on here?
I was thinking Sanity. Obviously, they were
Of
one of
course,
like the
bro.
best. They were in NXT, man. You have a newer one, but Imperium, man. They're just amazing. Obviously, Shield. Obviously, I was thinking about them. Aside, I did other people, but it was just those were probably the biggest three the other three I had on my mind. What about you?
Um, yeah, for sure, man. Obviously, the Wyatt family, or no, not the Wyatt family, Sanity, I meant, and Imperium. The New Day obviously is one. The Inner Circle is a pretty good one, bro. I don't know if I put them on a Mount Rushmore, but the Inner Circle, Dark Order is another great one. Another one I don't know if I'd put them on a Mount Rushmore, but that's the point of an honorable mention.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, man. The Nexus. The Nexus is a huge one, bro.
True.
The Nexus. Uh, yeah, I'd say that's probably it, bro. So like Imperium, Sanity, and Nexus. And Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, and Baron Corbin, bro. The mid-card mafia. What do you know, man? Fucking greatness
God.
before our eyes.
Oh yeah.
They are the Shield's last opponents. So for anybody that ever asks, man, the last time we seen Reigns, Rollins, and Ambrose compete in a ring together, who did they face? Mid-card mafia. Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, and Baron Corbin. The definition of legit. For sure, bro.
Right.
And next up, man, as we wrap it up for the final Mount Rushmore, we got rivalries, bro. Now, rivalries are a interesting thing, man. There have been a lot of good ones, man. A lot of very good rivalries. But we're gonna give you, in our opinion, the top 4 rivalries. You want to kick us off, bro, with your first one?
I got you, bro. At my number 4th, or the first one I got, bro, is I got the Asuka and Ember Moon feud, bro. And NXT, man. Personally, this is my favorite women's feud I've ever seen, man. But just, man, was it the ultimate underdog story for Ember? And the ending was amazing. But starting off, man, for 3 takeovers, Ember tried at Asuka for that championship. Everyone, she just couldn't do it, man. Just, so, you know, after Mickey, they were like, yes, let's put a new star in front of Ember, or not in front of Ember, in front of Asuka, see how it goes. We had Ember Moon, an ultimate underdog, bro. Someone who you would think has no chance, but put up the best fighting chance she did, bro. And then fans loved it. NXT marks loved it. So they did it again. Same thing, bro. Just put up the fight of her life, but she just couldn't do it, man. Just Asuka was too big at the time, and then she had one last shot to prove herself, to give it her all. She went for it, bro. And it still was not enough to put down Asuka, man. It was just a case of just Asuka genuinely being able to beat Ember Moon, man. They, especially at that time, NXT was not into no fuck finishes, any of the sort, man. Those were all genuine wins and losses between those two, man. But it didn't make Ember look like a jobber. It made her look like the ultimate fucking one who just couldn't get it done, the one who just tried and tried, but she just couldn't. And Asuka wasn't a dick. She didn't rub it in her face. She was just a genuine, just honorable person. She just was like, alright, you keep giving it your all. I respect that, but I'm still better than you. She didn't need to say that. Her body language said it for her, bro. It was just amazing, man. And at the end, the final matchup between those two, like I said, Ember just couldn't do it. Asuka proved that she was the best in NXT, man. Proved herself in NXT, man. And Ember was the ultimate loss. It shoulda ended up in a main roster underdog start, and then, you know, rise up, but that never fucking happened. So that's bullshit. But yeah, bro, ended in the perfect way. And then after that, Asuka got quote unquote injured and had to relinquish the title, so no one could beat her in NXT, man. It was just a perfect storyline for me, man, and just the best women's storyline I've ever seen, man. I'll always look back, have fond memories, and Asuka and Ember with those matches are always one of those matches for me that had the ball of stress in my gut when I would watch that match to see who would win, man. That's hard to get nowadays. So definitely, man, that's at my number 4 spot. What do you got?
Without a doubt, bro. I am going to kick it off with a fantastic feud, bro. But on my number 1, bro, I got Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, bro. Wow. I could probably end there, and we all know. But Jesus Christ, man. These guys, such a storied feud, bro, with just so many layers to it. Literally, so many layers. Probably the feud that is the closest thing to perfect in our modern wrestling era, bro. If you have not seen anything from this feud, I strongly suggest you to go check it out, bro, because man, ever since these guys started as these underdog tag team DIY, bro, as just kind of these two smaller guys that were always just overlooked by management, and as soon as they get their big championship match at TakeOver, bro, they freaking lost, man. The Revival were too good, bro. But Triple H noticed, he heard the reaction, and he capitalized on it, bro. He capitalized on these guys just being so good, and he gave them the championship match at TakeOver Toronto, and the best tag team championship match ever, or the best tag team match in general I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, bro, genuinely just great, just greatness. DIY and the Revival is a match made in heaven, bro. It really is, and those guys proved it 100%. And that, to this day, that is the best tag team match I've ever seen in my life. 100%, bro. No question. And moving on from that, man, they would go on to lose the championships, and after that, man, they would kind of just keep losing the rematches, bro, until TakeOver Chicago, where this thing all got started. When we all thought it was too early for them to break up, it proved to be the perfect time, because Gargano would be betrayed by the dastardly heel Tommaso Ciampa, and Ciampa would be injured in that match and have to go away for a long time. But that made the storyline last, bro, because it was gonna just kind of I don't know if it probably would have ended a lot sooner and they would have got called up, bro, but with Ciampa getting injured, it had to be prolonged until 2018, man, and that's exactly what happened. Ciampa would return at what is the best match I've ever seen in my life. Johnny Gargano and Andrade Cien Almas, after the crushing defeat that Gargano just suffered. The devil on his back would return at the end of that match when Gargano was at his lowest point, and these guys would have a killer match at NXT TakeOver New Orleans, and it would come to the point where that would be Gargano's shot to get rehired, because Ciampa did get him fired when he lost to Andrade Cien Almas again on NXT TV for the NXT Championship, bro. And yeah, man, this guy would just haunt Johnny's life building up to Mania, bro, and through the summer until Ciampa won Goldie, and him and Gargano were supposed to face Aleister Black in a triple threat, which would have been phenomenal, bro. But it ended up being a last man standing match. Also, the street fight during the summer before Ciampa became champ. And we were there to see that, bro. And what is, to this day, the best TakeOver ending that is never seen or heard on the WWE Network because they edited it out. Yeah, man. Truly, just you can't write it. You can't write anything better than this. And they would take a break for a little bit after TakeOver Brooklyn, and when it was time to get this thing started again, Gargano would turn on Ciampa, and Ciampa would go down with another injury, bro, and we would never get the proper ending to that part of the feud, bro. But it did get prolonged a little bit for this year's Mania, where these guys would have an incredible Blackheart versus Rebel Heart one final beat match, bro, and an incredible match. But it's just a little underwhelming considering we never really got. It's almost like the wrestling gods are telling us, bro, that these guys need to truly fight forever, bro, and these guys will their whole careers. I guarantee you that, man. But yeah, bro. So this feud is the best feud I've ever seen. Probably, if I were to put a number one on my Mount Rushmore, it would probably be this feud, bro. This is the best feud. This feud is not even close to booked perfectly. It is booked perfectly, bro. It is booked so perfectly, and it was, man. And it was just telling a great story of two guys that used to be best friends, practically brothers, bro, and now they hate each other's guts. Ciampa was at this guy's wedding as his best man. I'm sure Johnny was at Ciampa's too, bro. And also their use of social media during this feud, the best. You can't use social media any better than that, bro. You really can't. And yeah, dude, it's just booked perfectly, bro. I've never seen anything better than this. All of the best things I've ever seen in wrestling have had Johnny Gargano's name stamped to it, bro. So what do you know, man? That should tell you something about Johnny Gargano, man. So this guy, these two men are absolutely incredible, and this is definitely the best feud I've ever seen in my entire life, bro. Without a doubt at all. But yeah, man, what do you got as your number 3?
My number 3, bro. I have the Daniel Bryan versus the Authority storyline, man. Feud storyline, whatever you call it. It was just, when you think of an underdog storyline, you think of this, bro. You think Daniel Bryan, the guy that was not given a chance, that they didn't want to give a chance, they pushed away. You think of Daniel Bryan, man, because that's what legitimately happened backstage, and they weren't afraid to bring it up. At least Daniel Bryan wasn't, man, because he knew his talent. The fans knew his, a good amount of fans knew his talent at the time, and then the rest of the fans started to realize his talent and realize what the situation was, and they believed in him. He believed in himself, and all the fans believed in him, but the system didn't, man, and they brought that into a storyline. Ironically, this is the best part of it, that they didn't even want to do it in real life. They didn't even want to make the storyline, but they were forced to because that was the most legitimate thing. It was literally happening. Like, people would see on, Bryan kind of promo on Triple H and whatnot, but that was just what literally was happening backstage. That what makes it so good, bro. The literal fighting for your... Bruh, fireworks. Alright, that was the literal fighting for your spot, fighting for your moment, and proving yourself with the fans backing you up, bro. The segment, I remember watching, I wasn't watching at the time, but looking back, the segment where Daniel Bryan had all the fans in the ring that were obviously just fans they allowed in the ring, but all the fans in the ring cheering at him and protesting for him to get that match at Mania, man. Just all of that, man. All of it culminating to what was not gonna be Daniel Bryan's moment, but again, real backstage shit, what they were forced to make Daniel Bryan's moment at WrestleMania 30. Probably the biggest babyface moment of the modern era, bro. Just easily, bro. Just that moment will be forever be just known as one of the best. And it's just, like I keep saying, the thing that made that storyline so real is that it was all real. It's legit what was happening backstage, bro. So that just goes to show. And then again, they would bring it up in their promos how real it was, and the fans realized that. And the more I realized, the more they fought for Bryan, and the more Bryan fought for them. It was just a great cycle to the fans and Bryan, and the fans and the Authority, man. And it was just amazing, bro. All led up to Daniel Bryan's moment at WrestleMania 30 with Batista and was Triple H, right?
Batista and Randy Orton. Well, he faced Triple H in the first match of the show to get the shot, and then he beat Batista and Randy Orton.
Yeah, because that was originally gonna be the fucking main event of the show.
An Evolution triple threat.
God, they knew they had to change it. And that's what made the storyline, bro, how legitimate it was. And Daniel Bryan got his moment, man. Tap Batista out. Which, I mean, could have been a cooler... I mean, they could have probably picked someone else from the tap out on his biggest moment of his career. But there was no stopping Batista in his comeback, man. Sadly, but, yeah, bro. That is definitely one of the best moments at WrestleMania history. Definitely one of the best moments of the modern era, easily, bro. So, that story, that feud is definitely at the number 3 spot. What do you got?
At my number 3 spot, bro, I have... So... Oh, jeez. I have what I honestly think is probably the perfect first feud for somebody ever. We have Aleister Black versus the Velveteen Dream, bro. What a perfect feud to get Velveteen Dream's name out there and solidify him as a main event star while still having him lose at the pay-per-view. That's how perfect this feud was, bro. This guy lost at the pay-per-view, and when he lost, we all said to ourselves, this guy's gonna be amazing. Bro. Dude, the whole point of this feud was he wanted Aleister Black to say his name. That was simply it, bro. He wanted to get emotion, and he wanted to get recognition from somebody who shows none of that on TV, bro. And he did it, and they put on, and he earned it because they put on an absolutely incredible match. But the story of Velveteen Dream just getting in Aleister Black's head, trying to at that, and Aleister Black just no selling anything Velveteen did building up to that, bro. And these guys had an absolutely incredible match at that War Games, man. They genuinely did. They had one of the best matches of that year. The spot where Velveteen sat like Black, and then Black got up and stood on his hands, like the Dream does, bro. And this was booked so perfectly. Like I said, when Velveteen lost, even after he lost, all of us said to ourselves, this guy is going to be amazing, bro. And he was headed that way, but we'll save that story for Friday, bro, and it's genuinely sad. But yeah, but dude, regardless, bro, this feud, the light and the dark, the complete opposites, bro, just genuinely incredible. And definitely the best first feud for somebody that I've ever seen, bro. What do you got as your number two?
And my number two, bro. Probably the most layered feud in modern history. I've seen and Bray Wyatt, bro. This feud. I ain't just talking about their WrestleMania 30 feud, or their WrestleMania 30 fucking 36 feud. God, shit, 6 years between. But well, technically 4 years between. But yeah, just bro, just the layers of the feud, the deep meaning of their feuds, bro. From WrestleMania 30, you had Bray Wyatt, fresh hot, just with the idea and plan and the mentality of just destroying the perfect lie of John Cena to him, bro. Just everything about that feud was amazing. The way Wyatt would creep him out, and I mean, though scared Cena isn't the best, it's still, bro. The idea of it was just so good, from that singing little kid to when he had the choir of kids in cheap masks sing. That shit was just awesome to see, man. Awesome to look back at. Their match was genuinely good. But WrestleMania 30, Bray Wyatt lost his first WrestleMania match against John Cena that he targeted. He lost. He was laid down. You'd say he was buried, but he was just dead.
Man,
John Cena just defeated him, and then years later, he built himself back up. He builds himself up at the Fiend and Funhouse, and then he goes for revenge on John Cena, bro. What the fuck? They start getting into it again. Wyatt's bringing up the past. Cena is referencing the past, but admitting his wrongs low key, but not. Like, the way Cena was describing Bray Wyatt now, and if he was like the biggest overrated guy in the business, the biggest, the biggest lie, the biggest overrated person, and
damn.
that means that Cena really thinks he's one of the best. He really thinks he's one of the most like perfectly looked, and not. You can tell he knows he's not overrated. He knows that is his worth. But of course, John Cena on TV wouldn't say that. He wouldn't be complimenting his gimmick on TV. But it's just the idea of just Cena, of just Wyatt redeeming himself and just coming back as this whole new idea of him and wanting revenge. John Cena, man, he goes for it. And they don't even have a normal match like they did before. They have the most fucking what the fuck? The most psychology match I think ever happened in the Firefly Funhouse, man. That whole little match segment, whatever you want to call it, was just a mental teardown of John Cena, and it was perfect, bro. Just referencing everything from their history together, his burial, just they were bro. The only thing they missed, bro, was the Nexus opportunity. That would have been cool to see in reference in the Funhouse. That sadly didn't happen because I actually have news on that to tell you. I don't know why that didn't happen, but just yeah, bro. That whole match was just a mental teardown, the mental loss for John Cena, bro. Wyatt proved that he's the better person. He's the tougher, better person because though, Cena buried him, he still came back mentally and physically stronger than ever, bro. That's what it takes. That's what finally beat Cena. All the mental anguish, all the history built up in that great match, or, psychic match, you could say. And it was just amazing, bro. Some of those genuinely cool to see callbacks to the old Wyatt, when Cena at the time It was just amazing, man. So that's definitely at my number 2 spot. What do you got?
On my number 2 spot, I have the face that runs the place versus the voice of the voiceless, bro. From 2011, John Cena versus CM Punk, bro. These guys, talk about in-ring soulmates, bro. And dude, oh god, don't even get me started on these guys on the mic. Man, talk about two guys that are very good, that can stand toe to toe with each other. Probably the only two that can do it at a constant rate, bro, and just keep firing shots at each other, bro. It's John Cena and CM Punk. And not to mention, these guys have some of the best in-ring chemistry you can ask for, bro. I mean, these guys just understand each other in the ring. They genuinely do. They know how to tell a great story in the ring. They just know how to do it, bro. They just genuinely do, man. And not to mention the promos, bro. I already mentioned how CM Punk was a great talker, and all those promos, man, all those promos came out of that feud with John Cena, dude. The pipe bomb, he cut the pipe bomb to John Cena. All those contract signings with basically the ones with Vince McMahon. CM Punk's whole reason in 2011 was that Cena was the guy and he wasn't. That tells you right there, bro. And that was magic. It was magic, bro. Growing up, that was like the premier feud for me. You know what I mean? Like it was just great, and I'll never forget it, bro. It'll be a part of history forever, bro. It really will. And it's absolutely incredible what these guys were able to do. Yeah, man, it really was. These guys just understand each other, and it was so real. It's so real because nowadays they try to say that nowadays they give a lot of false narratives. None come to my mind right now, but you know what I mean? Like they try to give the narrative that people like Roman Reigns and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like they just try to give off those narratives, bro, and it's false narratives, but all that is whack. He's not that decorated, and he's not polarizing at all. He's not. He really is not polarizing at all, bro. And yeah, so but in this case, Cena is that guy. Punk genuinely was not that guy. He was one of those guys that was always overlooked. Or here's a great one. Brock is Vince's boy. You remember that one?
Yeah.
Do you remember when Roman they do that a lot in WWE these days? A lot of false narratives. You know what? I remember everybody flipped out when Roman said that. I remember everybody was like, "Motherfucker, you're Vince's boy." Yeah, so, but in that case, Punk was the guy that genuinely was overlooked and underappreciated, and Cena was the guy who has his face on everything, bro. He's the face that runs the place, bro. He really is. And Punk hated that and the reason he hated that was simply because he knew that he was a better wrestler than him in every aspect. Talking, commentary, ring, in-ring, everything, bro. Everything. And that's what made this feud so perfect, bro, is the fact that it was so real. Also, the fact that CM Punk was actually negotiating contracts, and they basically let him say whatever he wants. So, but out of all of it, bro, CM Punk became a legend, a true legend, bro. But yeah, man, that's what I got for my number 3 spot. Genuinely, probably, well, from my childhood, it was the best feud I ever seen. But as of now, it's probably the second best feud I ever seen, bro, for sure. So what do you got as your number 1 spot, bro?
And my number 1, bro, I have Gargano and Ciampa, bro, bro. This feud is it has a lot of layers. Probably not as much as Cena and Wyatt, but just almost close, almost the exact same, bro. Just their history is just unbelievable together, bro. They went from two best friends, the two best friends in a tag team, underdog tag team, to betraying each other, to kayfabe wise, Ciampa getting jealous, getting envious, and starting to hate Johnny Gargano for being the main one people cared about in the group, bro. Cause before Ciampa came back, no one thought shit of Ciampa, to be honest. Just I fucking did it. I'm a Ciampa mark. Alright? I didn't even think he was that much shit before he came back. And that's how his character felt. That's why he got injured and he ended up betraying Johnny Gargano in one of the best heel turns in the modern era, bruh. No lie.
I almost cried
That
the
heel
day it
turn
happened.
was legit, bro. Like, if the chick that made Johnny's song didn't spoil it, that would have been the most shocking one as well. That was amazing. But, bro, then Gargano goes on the story of getting over Tommaso Ciampa. Just moving on, man. And it was so impossibly hard, bro. From Vega throwing the DIY shirt at him to make him lose, man. To just all the shit he went through. And then finally earning the biggest shot of his life again against Vega and Andrade. He's got that shot, bro. And his biggest moment of his, well, not the biggest, but kayfabe wise at the time, biggest moment, he fails. He couldn't do it. He loses. And his lowest point, bro, his biggest enemy, the biggest devil on his back, like you said, comes back, hits him in the back, and just sends him deeper in his own fucking mental grave, bro. And then their one-on-one feud starts, and first of all, I don't care what Meltzer says. All those matches between those two were 5 stars. Easy. Easy, bro. They had 5-star matches all around. But from their unsanctioned match to their street fight, which me and you saw live, and that's, which I can agree is the best takeover ending, bro, of the most biggest heel in the industry at the time. Getting told, fuck you, while he's doing his evil wave to Johnny Gargano. And they edited that shit out. Bullshit. That'll still be the greatest ending to a takeover I've ever seen so far, bro. But, just, and then, the ultimate moment, Black has the title, we all know at the time. Ciampa wanting the title. And in the most desperate attempt of his life for Johnny Man to stop the biggest devil he's seen from getting the biggest prize, in his attempt to stop him, he fucks up, and he's the direct cause for Ciampa getting the title, man. And that, it just leads to the best title reign in NXT history, bro. Tommaso Ciampa's the best heel I've seen, bro. Personally, just doing his shit against Johnny. Johnny again having to re-prove himself, regain himself mentally and physically, gets back up there, and they ended up starting to agree with each other again. They started to kind of not be friends, but be like, I don't know, this the term is lame as fuck, but frenemies. They became that, and then they started teaming, and then the injury happened. Fucking Ciampa comes back a little bit later. Johnny already lost the championship that he won a little bit after. A little bit after that happened, Johnny won the championship, but he lost it soon after because I think the story with Johnny Man, he just can't stay on his feet mentally and physically, bro. And it's just brain's all fucked up. His mentality shit, and he just turns on Ciampa, bro. And now, in their final bout, turns on Ciampa, man, turning heel at his lowest mental point, bro. And they say it was their last bout, but it probably wasn't, man. I think this is the type of storyline that can really go forever, and it's definitely easily at my number one spot, bro. What's at yours?
At my number one spot, bro, we have Bray Wyatt versus Chris Jericho in 2013.
What?
we have Bray Wyatt versus John Cena from literally like 2014 up until what we got of it this year. So yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys heard earlier what he was saying about like the earlier kind of run from it with Wyatt. I hate when they do this kind of shit, but they have Cena win at Mania, but then have Wyatt win at the show after. Like, bro,
Yeah.
are you fucking kidding me?
What?
You couldn't have just kidding, bro. He was buried then. There was no point in having Cena win that match, and there genuinely just wasn't. There was no point in Cena winning that match whatsoever, but they did it anyway, man, and it chose to be the wrong decision, but in a weird way, it was the right decision, in a really weird way, but none of us knew that at the time because we had no idea what was in store for us come 2019, but yeah, bro, they had Cena beat Bray in literally what made no sense, but then Bray won at the pay-per-view after that because of a little child singing, because of Scared Cena, which is a different story for a different day. But, yeah, man. Yeah, so, honestly, bro, there was just a dud. They just buried the Wyatt family, bro. They genuinely did.
Mm-hmm.
Fast forward 2020, bro, to that moment where Cena's standing on the stage and the lights go out and they come back on and there's nothing there until the camera pans, bro, and you just see John Cena's hell standing right behind him, bro. The Fiend standing right behind him, challenging him to a match at WrestleMania, and we were supposed to get Code Orange playing Bray Wyatt to the ring, but instead, Bray Wyatt and John Cena were booked for a Firefly Funhouse match due to, obviously, Mania not being a live broadcast anymore. It was shot from the Performance Center, and a lot of people say the Boneyard match was the best thing on Mania, but I say otherwise, bro. My pick for WrestleMania match of the year, or match of the show, was definitely the Firefly Funhouse match. John Cena and Bray Wyatt, can't get much better than that, bro. That match was exactly what The Fiend is, bro. John Cena's hell. And not to mention, building up to that moment where The Fiend was standing on that little podium in the PC on SmackDown, and actual Bray Wyatt is next to John Cena, and he says, "Let me in, bro." Fantastic stuff, bro. The Fiend standing on that podium is so badass, dude. So, we ended up getting a Firefly Funhouse match where Cena had his whole life come crashing down on him almost. I would have really liked to see the involvement of the Nexus. Even if it was just for a one-off, bro, I would have really liked to see their involvement in that match, without a doubt, bro. However, the match was still incredible, and we got basically John Cena's world come crashing down on them, and Bray Wyatt admitting the fact that Cena broke him, bro. Cena broke him, and The Fiend put him back together. And Sir K mentioned this a little earlier, bro, but John Cena calling Bray Wyatt the most overhyped an underachieved superstar, basically is Cena telling us that he is the most promising star that WWE has, and he is the best that WWE has from a main roster standpoint. Bray Wyatt is the best they have. Nobody can touch him. On the main roster, there's Wyatt, and everybody else is beneath him, bro. Bray, I can't say enough good things about Wyatt. And I know neither can you, Sir K, bro, but this feud had so many layers to it, so many, and the culmination was exactly how it was supposed to happen. Which, oddly enough, like I said, makes Cena winning at WrestleMania 30, in hindsight, bro, it was the right call. Because if Wyatt would have won that, who knows if we would have even got the Fiend, or if they would have looked at the cult leader as a success, bro. Who knows, bro? Who knows? But the Fiend has taken WWE by storm and is their best act ever, I think, bro.
Yeah.
100%. From a spooky guy character standpoint, Fiend is the best, bro. I'm sorry, man. Sorry to all you taker marks, bro, but bro, just look at him.
Look at his history.
Just look at him, bro.
I can't deny it.
They actually buried him, bro, to the point where he actually had to be his demon. That was WWE creative. And old guys. But he's not old.
Exactly.
Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. Bray's story is the best. This guy could be a Hollywood megastar with one phone call, bro. One phone call. And this guy's a Hollywood megastar. The Fiend, the movie. I'm down. I'm down, bro.
He's, in general, one of the most creative people I've ever seen.
Yeah, bro. We've said it for the past 2 Mount Rushmores in this episode. But again, I'm going to say it again, bro. He's too talented for them. They do not deserve him, bro. They genuinely do not deserve him, man. And, yeah, but nonetheless, bro, this feud has so many layers to it, bro, of Bray being buried for no reason and him trying to destroy John Cena's legacy just to... That's funny too, because that was the theme of WrestleMania 30. Remember, they had a theme song for that match, and it was Eminem's song called Legacy. And bro, in the Firefly Funhouse match, Bray rewrote his legacy. Look at that, man. Look at that, bro. Unbelievable stuff, bro. But Wyatt and Cena is the best, some of the best shit, as far as like a long-term storyline goes, and kind of playing on the things that happened so long ago that have such a big effect on Wyatt's life. Obviously, Wyatt basically hinting at the fact that Cena is the reason why the Fiend is even a thing. And it's genuinely great, bro, and he is the best character that WWE's ever seen, bro. You've heard it from us first. You heard it from us here at the Notorious Heels podcast first, bro. The Fiend is the best character we've ever seen. I'm sorry, I love Undertaker, bro, but you can't deny it, bro. You can't deny it.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Was there any honorable mentions you had for this one?
I had the Black Adam Dream match, easily, bro. I was thinking maybe the Miz and Daniel Bryan match, but that was like, God, no.
Their build-up was great.
I was like, maybe, yeah, but then the ending was just trash. Actually, to be honest, I didn't really have much. It was kind of hard to make this list at all. So,
yeah. It was Asuka and Ember and Bayley and Sasha, bro. That was some of the... That was definitely probably some of the better ones. Maybe you could put Sami and KO from NXT in there.
That's true.
Also, one of their most underrated matches is from Battleground 2016, bro. That match was fire. Bro. That was a really good match. Maybe DIY in the Revival?
I think probably. Damn.
Oddly enough, no. I mean, it was a fun feud, but I would never put it on a Mount Rushmore. I was going to say Bobby Roode and Roderick Strong. He was telling me he was going to plow his wife.
God, that was amazing.
That was a
But
good little mini feud, bro. It really was. Dude, I would have paid money to see Black and Nakamura, bro.
oh my, bro,
Bro.
Black and Dream, bro.
Black and Dream?
I mean, Nakamura and Dream, bro.
Oh, God.
Any of those two, bro, would be unbelievable.
That is exactly why I say that Nakamura should have stayed in NXT a little bit longer, bro.
Oh yeah.
He could have got the chance to face Dream, Black, bro, Almas, McIntyre. Dude. Unbelievable. They just had to call him up. Jesus Christ. Yeah, man, but, yeah, I'd say that's probably about it for the honorable mentions. Is there anything else you got to say to the viewers, bro?
What you guys think about our picks, man? Just I thought they were amazing on both sides. It's most definitely.
No doubt, bro. Considering the fact that we had the same exact one for talkers.
It's different order.
Yeah, sure, bro.
Most definitely.
Yeah, man. And wait, how does that go? Without any further ado. Yeah, without any further ado, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Podcast, part 1 of episode 13, Mount Rushmores. Let us know what you thought. Kick-ass Mount Rushmores on both sides. Great feuds, great factions, great talkers across the board, bro, from both of us, bro. And I don't know why I keep saying bro today. But anyway, that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Podcast. We will see you guys on Friday with the news, man. If you guys do not know how that works, again, news on Fridays, theme shows during the week. And, yeah, man. So, we'll be excited to see you guys here on Friday. And if this was your first time watching, again, I am Johnny Mayhem.
I am Sir K.
And that is going to do it for this edition of the Notorious Podcast. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on Friday with the news.
Peace.